Okay, prepare yourself, guys. Chris with T3 Medias, and I'm going to give my quick reaction to the Orville season 2, episode 12, Sanctuary. Well, it's another Borders heavy episode, but not in the negative way that a lot of people have been mentioning. That it's becoming the Borders show, and we need some more balance. This time we didn't visit their planet again. We Just to recap it, from Bordis' planet, there's some engineers who were helping to once again enhance the weapon systems for the Orville and do their typical trade. That turns out that these two men stowed away something that we later find out is a female daughter of theirs. Sympathizing, Bordis helps them to continue on taxing on to where they want to go in secret. For some crazy reason, because his son has been bullying a little girl at school, Bordis shows his son a female, and that's a good thing, I guess. The boy was able to take away his other father's teachings a little bit, and that girls are inferior to us, because he was able to see a female that looks exactly like him, so he was able to empathize a little bit more. And by the end of the episode, the boy seems like he's going to be okay. But this episode, just because of that scenario, the fact that he told the boy, his son was compelled to tell his other father, Bordis' husband, is just, I never noticed it until Bordis pointed it out. You hardly talk to anybody on the ship. You stay in your room. You are always embracing these harsh teachings. You were born a female and were turned into a male. And he had a good comeback. I have to give him this. It was like, just because I was born a female and turned into a male does not mean that I've abandoned the principles and what I believe. Fair enough. But you're still being now that you got one, you're being a dick. That's how I feel about it. but but hey, more power to you. I feel you. I understand. That's a lot of. I mean, there's a dude even, I think, running for president. That's like, hey, I may be gay or the LGBTQ community, but I'm a Christian and all that. I mean, hey, dude, you would be surprised. Just because you're in a group or born in a certain way or whatnot doesn't mean that you don't have the right to believe things that others might feel like is at odds at each other. Two groups, you can people are complex, man. People can be anything. So moving on, this whole issue about stowing away the little girl, and they go to a secret planet that's well hidden inside of a nebula, trillions of kilometers wide, according to Gordon, was where the refugees of their planet, where the females go. And we once again, now, okay, so we see an old familiar face again. I forgot her name already, I'm sorry, but let me tell you what she reminded me of. This episode was heavy in the fact that she was obviously playing a Rosa Parks character. I'm sorry, I meant Harriet Tubman character and Rosa Parks, I guess. Harriet Tubman with the underground. There was an underground railroad happening. Oh man, my phone is blowing up. Probably Twitter. I'm going viral because of that Star Wars celebration. She was playing a Harriet Tubman character. They embraced as she spoke with the captain secretly. There were just so many females on this planet looking for refugees. This was a episode that was heavily politicized on what's going on today. Obviously, the border wall, the American history, the American Revolution, the Underground Railroad, slavery, oppression, genocide. Sexism, Me Too movement. Oh my God, it was so heavy. It was heavy. It was so that gravitational pull was so heavy. But hey, look, the message was obvious and loud and clear. But it is what it is. Ever since the Orville has taken their turn and made this season, I would say, 70% more serious and 30% comedy. It's been a good balance. I hope he goes back in some episodes, or maybe next season, just straight up silly comedy. with like 70 and back, back and forth, maybe 50-50, maybe, who knows. He's finding his voice. It was like 90% comedy, 10% serious in season 1, and it's gonna go back the other way here in this season. I think by season 3 he's gonna find a balance. It's gonna be great. But the home planet, and it's like the whole UN situation. We just got the guy from WikiLeaks who just got his just got extradited. This whole UN sanctuary planets, things like that going on. If you do not, these women need to be brought back to Moclans or whatever the planet is called and turned into males now. And I'm like, why? What you gonna do? Then they were like, well, we make the majority of y'all's weapons. And then it turned into a whole Saudi Arabia kind of a thing. Ooh, we still need that oil. Bit off more than I could chew there. It's just ridiculous, man. I mean, like, dude, you're that one, and I believe that was Candyman in the episode, right? A lot of cameos. Yeah. Ted Danson, Everybody Returns. Oh man, my girl, that one of the admirals. So pretty. But that whole deal with that leverage will, if you don't return, if you continue to insult us and allow this woman to speak and insult our planet, blah blah blah, we're gonna disband from the union. And good luck with doing things without our weapons. And they tried to make them understand. Look, if we all don't stand together, Isaac's planet, those people might come back and try to wipe us out. And then it was like, well, we have the majority of the weapons, so maybe we'll align with them too. You follow the weapons. And then they called they were about to, that strategy almost worked, but and at the end they didn't really 100% get what they wanted. But the compromise was, we won't recognize them 100%, but you won't attack them. They're still under our protection until you guys learn. What Seth said to them was look, it was BS. Those Isaac's home planet, they're not gonna. You are an organic organism. They've already established what they're about. To wipe out all you got superior weapons, great, good for you. Not more superior than them. Only thing that makes it made you win the fight was the fact that we were all fighting together. That was it. You've already there's already a divide and conquer situation. So who would be the first target? The rest of the union? No, your planet. You've already said it yourself. You make the most of the weapons, so we can't risk you guys coming back into the union now that you've separated. So your planet would be destroyed first. Then you would probably hold your own for a while because you have some superior weapons, but you would be heavily outnumbered without the UN. It would make sense to destroy you first. So now that we've eliminated their base of operations with the heavy artillery, now the rest of the union let's see you guys try to fight, and let's see how long you can last without these weapons getting made for you anymore. Then the rest of the union would easily fall, but guarantee where the weapons are coming from. If there was a chink in the armor and y'all separate, we're attacking you first, because these are just robots. They'll attack you, beat you, then take your weapons, make more robots. These guys can fight. You would get tired before they would, and then you would be begging the union to. And what Seth MacFarlane said was true. They would wipe you out, and then your planet would continue to go along and being a single sex organism. All female. And just that thought, they would carry on your history and your legacy from the female side. Look at the planet that they had. It was beautiful, green. The fact that she said that they're lying about how many females are born, it's a big cover up. I was like, thank you. That is believable. I'm like, really? I can see how they can make a male, like they figured out a way to make a male, impregnate a male and make it happen organically or whatever over centuries and whatnot of their existence, but no females. No, I mean, like it made sense that a lot of these females are being born. over time, it's going to take a couple of seasons, but over time, it's going to show that the females are probably going to be allowed to come back home and take their rightful place and go back to the way that things probably were like centuries before they were, or what the captain predicted. The males will get wiped out and the females will be the majority, and boom. Or 50-50. There's something's gonna happen. They're gonna get recognized. I thought it was a good episode. I think they did a real solid job. Like I said, the hints of the American Revolution, the Civil War, Underground Railroad, things like that. Those themes and those messages were there. It was a great episode. And moving forward, let me know what you guys thought about it. I thought it was excellent. I'm still excited about it. Got to see my girl Tala to take the command and fire the first shot. Ooh, act of war. Hey, look, we are about to get fired. Hey, she's proven her loyalty. Let me know what you guys thought about that. How crazy was that whole situation with finding the Dolly Parton song? Were you wondering, like I was wondering, what Seth was about to say? There's a lot of females in history of music, and she's like, nope, Dolly Parton. Like, could you imagine if he'd have been like, hey, we got some Cardi B, we got some Beyonce, won't you want them? Could you imagine her in Who Run the World? Girls, Who Run the World? That would have been hilarious. But hey, that's what I was hoping it was going to happen. But maybe next time, guys. Peace. Whoa, hey, before I forget, I'm not even wearing the same clothes. Doesn't even matter. Movie magic. Thanks for watching the video all the way to the end. Like if you like, share if you care, comment for a compliment, subscribe to the tribe, and if you want to know more about how you can send me a message and be a part of We Got Your Mail, that's coming up right here. Check this out.